I guess.
Holy shit, Kevin!
Wow! What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're not look at this. A carved penguin. There it is. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my
Wait, what's going on?
What is
happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish!
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up! We did it!
What can I say? What can I say?
That's on me. That's on me. I thought that maybe this team could find a win. That's on me. That's on me. I had hope. I thought that there was an opportunity for this team to win with the lead in the ninth. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. Just another brutal game for the Orioles offense, who have scored 8 runs in the past 4 games. They've scored 5 runs in the past 3. It's just a brutal showing. A brutal showing, and honestly, even the runs, Carlson's double should have been caught. That should have been caught. It's just the offense, they were putting up all these runs and the pitching was the issue. Now it is once again back to the opposite, where the pitching tonight, fantastic. Dietrich Hens, Rosie Contreras, lights out, awesome. Through 7 innings, 1-run ball, the 1 run being the solo shot to literally start the game. Keegan Aiken comes in, starts off well in the 8th, then 9th inning gives it away. That's just what do you expect at this point when the Orioles had lead? I should have known. Probably pretty good. The way that this team is playing and the way that Crochet's pitching. It's just another extremely disappointing night. 1 for 6 runners in scoring position. Mountie 0 for 1, Carlson 0 for 1, Henderson 0 for 1, Cowsers 0 for 1, Holiday 0 for 1, and Beavers 1 for 1. Once again, it's so crazy to say this because he's only been up, how many games now? 10 games? But Dylan Beavers and Jeremiah Jackson are legitimately the 2 Orioles right now that I feel like don't have bad at-bats. 2 rookies. They are the only 2 that I feel like have consistently. Gunner's had his hot streaks. Obviously, Cowsers had his recently. But right now, Dylan Beavers through how many games? 9 games played in his career. Sorry, 10 games played in his career, 32 at-bats. At least he's killing it. Yeah. Dylan Beavers. That guy's never had a bad at bat in his life. I mean, it is so impressive to watch him go to work right now. He's just awesome. It feels like he is always in control of the at bat, of the count. He finds different ways to get on. Today, literally another 2-for-2 night, and the walk on all 3 times. What's his on base percentage? He's got 1038 OPS. What was his on base? 475 on base percentage. That is so ridiculous. 478 on base percentage for Dylan Beavers through 10 games. He's literally on base half the time. Talk about a guy who is just, yes, Bassiah, we all knew this was, a chance in here. I guess cool, Sharky, appreciate you. Too early to say Bassiah is like any professional player once you pay them, disappears. I'm not worried. Sam Bassiah, he's just turned 21 2 weeks ago. We got to give him a chance. He's also had some extremely hard hit balls. Like yesterday, hit 2 balls over 100. He's 21. He just turned 21. We got to give him some time. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about Samuel Bassiah in the slightest. You got to give these guys time. But back to Beavers real fast. Dylan Beavers, this is a guy that I mean, especially as of late, I'm putting Dylan Beavers right now. If the season 2026 started tomorrow, Dylan Beavers is my leadoff guy. I mean, he's just been fantastic. Aggressive on the base paths, used at the entire field. He's just been a pleasure to watch. And yeah, everyone wants to say he's Kyle Tucker. He's been actually probably over the last 2 weeks playing about it. And Holiday looks so tired out there. He just looks frustrated. He looks tired. Still another guy. He's what? Did he just turn 22 or he turns 22 soon? I'm not worried about Jackson Holiday. I think he's still going to end up being like a 260, 270 hitter. These guys are so young. Jackson Holiday should be a junior in college. I mean, I'm not worried about him. My only thing is it's very clear that his stance has changed since May, April, when he was making bigger strides or better strides at the batter's box. Feels like now he's actually taking physically a bigger stride. He's not catching up to things. He's always out in front. He's rolling over everything for soft ground outs. He's one of those guys where I think he needs this offseason to hurry up. Hope he can get hot one last time just to kind of put something together, build on some momentum to go and, build off it and go into 2026. But I'm not too worried about Jackson Holiday. Jeremiah Jackson, again, another double lead in the first inning. Jeremiah Jackson. This man was put on this earth to hit baseballs. Like, that is all he just comes up to the plate. What are how many games has he officially played? 22 games played, batting .324 with an 802 OPS. This is probably the most spot on. 2025 of those are killing a small piece of my soul, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're getting creative because tonight you felt like things were rolling, not offensively, but pitching wise, and you're like, okay, we just need 3 outs. Let's just find a way and leave here with a win. Go try to split tomorrow, feel better about it. Nah. Nope. Not what happened. Not what happened. Another just demoralizing loss. Gunner 0 for 4. Very tough night. Mountcastle 0 for 4. 3 Ks, I think. What was that? 3 Ks for him and 3 Ks for Cowser. Both very, you can't strike out 3 or 4 times you go to the plate. Basayo 2 strikeouts, Mayo 2 strikeouts, but had the hit. I understand he struck out. That last at bat Kobe Mayo put up against Aroldis Chapman is such a I don't know, such a testament to kind of all Kobe, the progress he's taken, because it hasn't been linear. Kobe Mayo, he's had his ups, he's had his downs. Recently it's not been that great, but it feels like overall the past from where he was April, he goes out there against Aroldis Chapman, he's getting blown by in 3 pitches. Hey, how you doing? See you later. 12 pitch at bat. Yes, he struck out at the end, but it's the little things. Like I said, scoreboard is not the main focus right now as much as it sucks and you want it to be. It's about these guys' development. So Kobe Mayo, loved that last at bat. I felt like he put together 2 really nice at bats tonight. It is what it is. It is what it is. Finish off the Orioles lineup. Beavers, we already talked about, and then Dylan Carlson, the 1 for 3 with the RBI. Should have just been routine fly out that they were just looking at. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but they tried to spot us a win. Like the Red Sox tried their hardest to give the Orioles this win, just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. All in all, an extremely disappointing game from the Orioles. 5 hits total, all coming, from 4 guys. And what? So Holiday 0 for 4, Henderson 0 for 4, Mountcastle 0 for 4, Hauser 0 for 4, Basayo 0 for 4. It's not going to win ball games. Not going to win you ball games in the slightest. Disappointing, but then again, hasn't this entire season. I can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. But we do have big news. We do officially have some big news. The Orioles now have the 3rd best odds to get the number 1 overall pick. Remember just a few weeks ago, we were like, man, we got an opportunity to jump ahead of some teams, maybe make some magic happen in the season. Yeah, we are. We quickly fell back down that list. All right. I guess if you're gonna lose games, you might as well benefit from it. Sim number 1. Of course we fall down. Although at least in this, if we were to fall 1, I would still at least take 4. In this, we're really gunning for. We need Pittsburgh to pick it up. If Pittsburgh can just go on a little streak, give us that 20% chance, that would be fun. Number 3 staying. Pittsburgh goes up 1. We got to get to number 1. San Francisco up 11. There's going to be one team I've accepted that is going to jump the Orioles from an insane, just out of nowhere. Like it's going to be a team that's 12 back that just jumps them, goes up 11 spots and grabs the 2 spot, grabs the 3 spot, something. And it's going to piss me off. Let's try one more. All right, we'll take 2. I'll take 2. If they can get the number 2 pick, I would assume, Michael Elias is going to still be here. And you got to give him credit. At least he's picked rather well when he's picking in the top 5. So at least there would be something. At least there would be something to have somewhat hope on. But it sucks again that we're literally, I mean, I'll reset it. Like, this is the Orioles literally have the third best odds at the number one pick right now. Like, if I would have, like, earlier this year, like, it is so disappointing that a team that you felt like had so much talent and had such a young, good core that we are now in 2026, 2 years removed from 101 wins, and we are bottom feeders with the third best odds. Actually, Mayo was like a fourth round pick. But yeah, Cowser, I mean, both of them, Kerstead has gone, he's had so many unfortunate health issues outside of baseball. I don't know what, he's dealing with specifically right now, but it's definitely bigger than baseball at the moment. I think that you need to, when we talk about Kerstead, I think the number one priority is he's got to be human first and making, figuring out what he can do with, whether it's his heart issue, whatever it may be. So, yeah. Hope he's all good. Yeah, I've seen things about Heston or rumors online. I just hope he's good, as a person. I hope he's doing okay. Because talk about a guy gets drafted during that COVID year, all of a sudden has a heart thing that puts him out for like a year, then comes up, battles through it again, gets to the majors, gets hit in the head, gets back, has to deal with some more health things, then has this come back up. You just feel for him. You felt like every time he sort of put it together, he's some sort of health issue kind of put him back down. Hoping that he's okay, though. He's also just a great dude. So hopefully he can get that, And I mean, Pop and the fact that, like, I think people forget that Heston Kjerstad had he had one of the, when he was coming up, like, when you're talking bat to ball, this guy was always batting 300 here, 357. Like, he was always batting in the high 300s. He was a big average guy in college as well. So I think I don't think that they quote unquote made the wrong decision there. I mean, hindsight, yeah, Stowers is playing fantastic, but I know people will give up on Toby Mayo and stuff and say he's had enough at bats. And I've said it before, he has had less at bats already. I mean, in a little bit in 50 games last year with the Marlins. 50 games with the Marlins. So he played in 70 games total, but in 50 games with the Marlins last year, Kyle Stowers batted 186. So, like, I mean, it's very similar at the moment. You got to give these guys time. I would love to know what would have happened with Kjerstad if he never got hit in the head. He was really finding his form. I mean, it felt like he just, everything was going well. It finally clicked. He had the power. He had the confidence. Get hit in the head, and that concussion. I mean, we've had doctors come on the show actually and be like, concussion can mentally mess you up for years. So, especially if it's just if in baseball, I mean, like, you think about the concussion is just causing you even that split second difference. That's massive in baseball. It is. It's just it that I would love to know what would have happened with Heston Kjerstad. I'm not completely giving up on him, obviously. I would love for him to come back and do what I think he can do, but you do have to also understand that right now a guy like Dylan Beavers, like he has the spot. Much as people, I know he went out for 49 and people don't like it. I think Colton Cowser has center field next year, or at least one of the outfield spots. So it's it's going to be hard for him to crack the lineup again as a power lefty, especially now with Basayo. But we're going to see what happens with all that. Hopefully, once again, though, for Kjerstad, first and foremost, hope he's just okay as a human, as a person first, because a lot of head injuries. He's obviously dealt with the heart thing recently and has kind of taken days or the year off, I guess, at this point for some things. So hope he's doing okay. Overall, though, back to tonight's game. I mean, there's not even much to talk about with tonight's game. It's just another disappointing game. Love what Roansy showed. I feel like they think Roansy Contreras, they really like him. They really like him. So it's going to be intriguing to see what they do with him. Could they, like, they got him over the off season and they claimed him, and it felt like they really liked Roansy and they love his metrics and stuff. Maybe a bullpen piece, maybe a long reliever. Maybe. I mean, we're once again at that point where they need guys to step up. They just need guys to step up and find ways to eat innings and just show that they have some value to the 2026 team, because as I've said before, they're going to need to fill about 5-6 spots in the bullpen, and you can't do that all in free agency. They're going to need guys to step up as well. But I think there's a legit shot. I think he obviously starts next year. I'm not sure if they move anyone. Maybe in a few days if they need guys to finish out the Norfolk season after September 1st comes up. But that's maybe this year, maybe in the next week or so. But I think he starts there. He would be there without a doubt if it weren't for both of his hamstring injuries that really kind of derailed his season. I think he would, without a doubt, be there. He'd be there without a doubt, and then I think he'd also be potentially a guy that we see maybe September 1st here, to run bases, but I'm not. I don't see any way he makes it to the majors, obviously, this season anymore. So maybe he goes and gets to the AAA in the next week. We'll find out. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to put the link for call-ins if you want to come join. We'll see what happens. See what if anyone wants to talk anything. Where am I? Sorry, my computer is now. There we go. All right, was logged into the wrong account. That's on me. There we go. It is now posted. Almost posted that on the Ryan Ripken one. That would have made no sense to anyone. So, link is in post for channel members if you'd like to come join, talk about this game. More confidence in Michael Parsons. Yeah, I just don't think Schwarber fits anymore, solely because he's going to be a guy who he does nothing but play DH. Like, you don't put him in the outfield, can't put him at first, anything like that. So I just don't see them going after him, another lefty bat like that, as much as I would love it. I think they're going to need DH to kind of get Basayo extra playing time and stuff. So we'll see. I just don't see that happening. Wow, we got a lot of people fired up for Orioles losses, I guess. But let's head to our guy. We got Jake behind the scenes. Jake, how's it going, my man?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Just another day in paradise, you know.
Yeah. No, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole game. Had to do some. We're trying to get some softball going on around here. So, but yeah, I checked in here and there, and I was like, "Damn, we lost." It's kind of like last week when I did yoga and thought I found my chi, and then immediately got the alert saying that hell no, you didn't get no chi, dog. I gave it up in the ninth.
Yep. Yeah, it felt like just another Orioles game where you get your hopes up and then immediately it all just
Yeah,
disappears. Like it just like you felt good. You're like, okay, I'm like, okay, 3 outs. Yes, it's the top of the order, but I'm like, just get 3 outs. You have a chance to split tomorrow, maybe get some momentum back. Nope, 2-run homer, and then you're like, nice. And you see Chapman immediately start warming up, and you're like, nice, awesome.
yeah,
So this game's just because I'm like, if they tie it, they're probably not going to put Chapman in the ninth. They're going to wait to get hopefully the lead in the 10th with the ghost runner, and then bring Chapman. I'm like, okay, so maybe we have an opportunity to win in the ninth. 2-run homer. I'm like, awesome. Chapman's warming up. That's ball game.
yeah. No, I like, yeah. I mean, I know this is spring training, so I mean, I'm not. The wins and losses are kind of. I'm kind of looking at reactions, kind of seeing what guys are doing under pressure. Like those guys in the ninth inning. As soon as I saw that we lost, I went to the ninth inning on ESPN just to be all right. Who was up in the ninth? Like who, had competitive at bats versus just struck out. Like I like
Yeah.
almost looking like they didn't have a plan. Um, I will say, like, kind of also using this spring training thing is like, all right, we're scouting out Chapman. Like, might be looking at grabbing his ass and putting him into the bullpen. I'm like, all right, cool. You still
Yeah.
got it, tracking. I mean, they
Yeah,
say
which
I
is
respect
crazy that
guys
he's
that.
still the
Yeah, dude, I respect
crazy at
guys. I mean,
37.
all those dudes who were playing with him, at least the last few years, have all said like, "Oh yeah, he's like a workout monster. Like he's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
just yeah,
he is an absolute anomaly. For
yeah,
him, we had on the Ryan Ripken show a few days ago, one of the lead doctors who kind of is, follows all like sports injuries, especially pitchers and stuff, and the elbow. And he was like, Aroldis Chapman is 1 in a million. Like for a guy to
yeah,
throw that hard for this long and not have a single elbow injury, like he is
yeah.
just unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think it was either one of the guys you guys had on, or because I know you guys have a guy on, and I really enjoy that. I know I've seen another guy similar on some other of shows, like Foul
Mhm.
Territory or whatever, and like they said, like one guy brought up a really good point. It might be on your show where it was like, look, all these injuries, da 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 da. Like everyone seems to think that they're Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens was like you just said, like an anomaly. So it's like a
Yeah,
guy who could just throw gas, and it was like
yeah,
you were not put on this earth. You were put on this earth to be a pro ball player. Like you have a gift, but you
yeah,
don't have that gift. So
yeah. You can't just be
yeah.
rearing back every single pitch.
Right, and Greg Maddox, I love watching these old videos now. I hated those guys, the Braves, as growing up because I was a huge Orioles fan, obviously, and the Braves
Mhm.
were on TBS every freaking night, and like it. But I hated them. But now I absolutely respect the guys like Greg Maddox, who's just like, dude, I'm not gonna like, yeah, I'll throw 97 like once or twice, but then I'm gassed from it.
It's gonna
Like I'm
pitch.
comfortable with
It's
93.
yeah. They beat you with pitches, not stuff. They were like, yeah, I can rev it up there. I could throw it by you, but then I'm only throwing 90 pitches today. I'll throw 115 pitches, but every single one of them is going to be dotted on the corner, and you're going to get yourself out.
Yeah, I heard what's his name, Tyler Glass. Now is he the one on the Dodgers that's kind of up and down
Yeah.
hurt, like
Oh
and.
yeah.
He said something like I think it was last year, and then he got hurt. But
Yeah.
he was like, they're interviewing him on Foul Territory, and he's talking about it, and he's like, "Look, I'm not Greg Maddox. Like, I can't just pitch like that." And I kind of was just like, excuse my French, but I'm like, that's bullshit. Like you're a
Yeah.
professional pitcher. Like you have gas. You're clearly talented as all get out. Like I would think that you have the mental and the wherewithal and the drive to be like, hey, I don't want to tear my knee. Like there's just something nice. I don't know. I pitched to a point. There was always something nice that you were like, oh, I just outsmarted that guy. Like that's all
Yeah.
that was. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like I didn't beat him with stuff. I didn't throw anything by him. I pitched. I tunneling stuff, throwing the breaking
Yes.
ball when it's like different things. Okay, they're all looking fastball. I'm going to drop a breaking ball that looks like a fastball off the out of the hand, and it's going to fall off the table and get them to swing like that instead of just saying, "Oh, if he can't touch 98, I'm going to throw 398 up and in and try to beat him."
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
sustainable for 9 innings over the course of 30, 40, 35 starts.
No, and as we have, like, as you just said, that's a great point, Zach. Like, we are like, oh, you have the tunneling thing. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have all this technology to make you a better pitcher, not just thrower.
Yep.
And we still are like, we're like, yeah, we're tunneling, but we're tunneling and going like redlining still. So of course we're just, like batting averages are down big time now, but pitching injuries
Yeah.
are up big time. Like to me, it's just economics. It's like, okay, we're gonna run out of arms eventually, and then the hitters are gonna like, I don't know if it's gonna be next year or I don't know when, maybe 2 years from now or whatever. There's gonna be a time, my opinion, that the hitters are gonna catch up because the arms are just dusted, and they're all coming
Yeah.
back from rehabs and so on. So just the math doesn't math, and these
Yeah.
hitters are gonna start having a freaking field day, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And my last point, and I'll get off because I know there's a line behind me, is when you were talking about people have been talking about Jackson Howell. I even saw some egregious crap this morning on Instagram somewhere. Was like, is he a bust or something? I'm like, shut up. Like the way I look at Jackson Holiday right now, I was like, like you just said like 20 minutes
21.
ago, Zach. It was like he's a junior in college,
Yeah.
and sorry, I was getting high. Yeah, he was like, to me, if like he's showing right now what we would say about NFL rookies, where it's like you're used to playing how
Yeah.
many games, and from high school to the minors, and the minors only play up to like what 140 games or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you add on the pressure and the stress of a major league season, like he's hitting that rookie wall, even though technically he's not a rookie, but this is really his rookie year, a full rookie, like full year of like, hey man, the second base is yours. This is your rookie year
Yeah.
as a second baseman for this Baltimore Orioles. So now he's hitting it. He sucked in August. He is hitting it. Hopefully he
Yeah.
just like powers through it. And his dad in the offseason or
Yeah.
whatever you said, he just needs an offseason.
Yeah, my only hope is that like you said, just get hot one more time. If he can just find a way to get hot, or just go into this off season, 4 for your last 7. Like it doesn't even need to be a big hot streak. Just get something so he can be like, all right, we got it. We'll be back. We'll be back. Get the confidence, and then go from there.
Just like last year. Last year, I think it was the Twins, right? That last series we had. That even though like we were already stuck at whatever seed we had, it was like all right, let Jackson just go. And he was like, screw it, I'll just throw it out there, do the Shohei. And it's like, stuff like that. And it was like literally, and that's cool. It's exactly what you just said. He's like, is it the last 3 or 4 games of the year? And he had a little bit of a hot streak, and he's like, I still could do this.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about building confidence, especially at 21 years old. He's still developing. Like just as a man, like he's got 2, 3, 4 years before he's even hitting his physical prime. So it's like, and so man, I think the one thing he actually even joked with me and Ryan on the show of 2, 3 months ago at this point. He just said, he's like, I can't wait until I'm 25 and all these flyouts to the warning track finally just go. He was like, I'm so tired of the number of balls I've hit to the warning track.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I don't know if I don't know if you said it earlier or not, but I don't know if his like bat speed has kind of gotten lower just because he's tired.
Yeah.
He's tired. I'm hoping like he's got his dad, and I know his dad's probably his dad. I would hope I know we can keep relying on his dad, who's not at all paid by the Orioles. But I'm just kind of like, I'm like, this dude has probably got
anyone.
Hey, what?
Matt's going to know Jackson's swing better than any coach ever will because he's been literally teaching him it since the day he was born. Like,
Yeah.
he's seen it from the first time he swung a bat to now. So that's why Matt was like, yeah, I saw things. I've been teaching this kid how to swing. I know his
Yeah.
swing like the back of my hand. Like, of course I noticed before a hitting coach who's focused on 14 other guys, like, oh, this tiny thing. Is like, I sit there and I'm like, he doesn't do that usually.
Dude, I bet Matt Holliday has a legal pad sitting at his house, sitting there, and he's like, Jackson, as soon as October 1st or whatever it is comes around, and the last game of the year is over, he's like, we're coming to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Take a break for a week or something, do your little vacation with your new wife. But now, and then after that, we're freaking getting after it, and we're gonna gain another 10 pounds. And we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. Because last year was a little bit of gaining weight, but it was all that sprinting stuff, which we said before, his sprint speed it looks faster. He's just having to figure out how to steal because Shohei can steal.
Yeah, he's got to get that mental art of it
Yes.
down because he definitely has the speed to where he should be stealing more
Yes.
bases than he is.
100 gazillion percent. But yeah, dude, I'll get off because I know you got like a million people behind me. So man, hey, we'll get up. Spring training continues, brother. It
Spring
continues.
training continues. Appreciate you, Jake. We'll get you next time. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll keep it rolling. Got some peoples to talk to. Next up, we got Arkansas. Joe, how we doing?
Doing all right, man. They were talking about on the radio how Keenan Aiken told reporters and told Manzo that he can't really pitch in the ninth. Why are you going to leave the man out there when he says Felix Batista makes it look easy? It's not easy to do. I mean, you just said it's a mental thing with Jackson. If he mentally doesn't think he can pitch the ninth inning, don't have him pitch the ninth inning.
It's like Yennier Cano. Even that time when he was having like a 1.3 ERA, Yennier Cano, when he was bad, like he would get to the ninth and he would be bad.
Aiken's fine, 6, 7, 8. It's a mental. Don't put him out there unless you have like an 8-run lead. Just don't do it.
Yeah, there's something about that ninth inning. I mean, it's not easy to pitch in the ninth, to do that stuff. It is a mental game. Jonathan Papelbon talked to us about it. He's like, you got to be a little crazy to want the ball in the ninth if every single pitch is now life or death. A single, especially if it's a one-run game, you throw a single ball over the plate, it's gone. Everyone blames you. He's right. It's one of those things where guys like Felix and them, they make it look easy. Pitching in the ninth is not.
So
that's such a mental thing. Yeah.
I got a prop for you. So these kids put out this book, The Countertop Concert. They did. They're on Instagram.
What are you saying?
They're on Instagram, and they've gone around to these concerts and met all these country artists, and they wrote a book about it. So that's their handle down there.
That's cool.
It's on Amazon, and it shows all their stuff they've done, and they're donating half the proceeds to Morgan Wallen's charity.
Oh, that's so.
Their dad just had heart failure, so he's not working, but they're still going to concerts. So that's the handle down there on Instagram.
Yeah, go support them if you'd like.
It's $14.95.
Hey, that's not bad. People helping people, Joe. That's awesome.
And their videos are really good. They're very talented little kids. They dress up in the outfits and everything, mimic the concerts. They have a whole guitar signed by all these artists, like a mini guitar signed by Jelly Roll, signed by, you name it, their signatures on there. It's
hell yeah.
Cool. And
that's awesome.
Also, tomorrow, everybody tune into the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture. I've got a special guest with me that's a Chiefs fan tomorrow, and he wants to get on and talk shit. So I told him, yeah, let's go. So we're gonna talk a little shit tomorrow and have some fun.
I'll make sure I'm tuned in. They go live around noon? I'll make sure I'm locked in.
Like 11:15ish. Yeah. So
I'll be locked in, Joe.
We're gonna let Riley get he knows his football. He does know his football. But
All right, looks like
he
you.
wanted a shot. So yeah, you can get on there and talk some shit. So
I'm excited for it, Joe. Anything else before you head out?
yeah, no, that's all we got, man. But yeah,
Awesome.
tune in tomorrow. We're going to give Riley the business when he says Patrick Mahomes is better than Lamar Jackson.
I love it, Joe. I love it. Appreciate you as always, my man. And we'll catch you next time.
Later, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate you for calling. And we have a wild Kevin Ostreicher as well before we get into our last call in. Kevin, how we feeling?
Oh, well, can I say the line again? Baseball was played.
That's about all that we can be said about this game.
You know what? I'll say this. Keegan Aiken played baseball. Did he play it well? Well, that's a different story. He played it well for an
There was a lot of guys who just simply played baseball. It's been tough. It's been tough. I mean, you think that you have an opportunity, then 70, then you hit the ninth inning and it's gone. Just gone.
Yeah, you got to try to find the positives, but it's hard when
Dylan Beavers is the only positive that you get.
Which honestly, you know what? I'm honestly glad that he was the positive. You know what? If there's a guy that I wanted to be a positive, I'm glad to see that Beavers is.
Yeah, it's pretty much he and Basai are the guys you're looking for. That's good that at least Beavers.
I would love to see Jackson get it going a little bit here as to round out the year.
Yeah, I think
I know it's been pretty tough.
It's been extremely tough. I mean, it's been hard. It's been hard recently to kind of watch at times because he just looks so dejected. He swings at a ball in the dirt to strike out, and then he literally just turns around, looks at the dugout like, "Yep, like that's how it's going." Like he just dejected. It's just dejected right now.
I think you got to remember, like we all have to remember, he's 21. I know that.
Yeah.
We look at it and. Again, like if there was a season for him to be going through this and struggling, like at least do it in a wasted year. Do it in a wasted year where he can learn, figure things out, go through struggles. Breaking news: every player goes through struggles. Every player, every single one. There's no exceptions. Every single one, except for Anthony Rendon. You love your job like he does. So there's a lot that you can say about Jackson right now and how he's playing. I get it. He's not playing well. But I just try to ground myself with that. He has what? How many plate appearances does he even have in his career?
Yeah, I mean, he currently, I believe, is
677 career appearances. No,
so currently Jackson Holliday, I believe, is the fourth youngest player in Major League Baseball still.
With almost I guess a year and a half under his belt ish.
Yeah. No, it's just like there's so much. He has so much to grow still. I mean, hell, he's literally grow. I mean, he's still at 21 years old. He's not even scratching the surface. Yeah. Another off season of just ground beef, and we'll see what happens. Ken, before we continue the conversation, don't want to leave our guy Christian hanging. So we'll head to our last call in real fast. Christian, how we doing, my guy?
I love the Anthony Rendon comment.
Thank you. I try.
I'm glad you remembered. All right, into the business. Fire Cody Ass Cheeks.
It's not. I will say I think we officially know because I don't think Manzolino's back next year. No. They got a clean house and
there's a huge overhaul coming. Yep.
It must be if you keep this. I mean, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting. I don't know.
They're still letting that one girl hire people.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be. I would be genuinely shocked if she and them are still here.
And that's the thing where if you're going to bring in a new manager, I mean, obviously, like maybe there are certain guys the team wants to keep around, but especially if it's a veteran manager, they're going to want to hire their own guys. Like they're going to want to bring in guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the only guy at this point you consider keeping is Mabry.
Yeah, I think he and Buck.
Even then,
I'd be fine with Buck Burton staying too if they wanted, but Other than that,
Just him at third, just waving everyone home.
yeah, that's that's Zach's love language is aggressive
get the
third base and
just everyone's going. If I don't care where the ball is, you're heading home. If you got two legs and you're running, you're heading home.
It was amazing watching that play with Sidney Rafaela when the ball just landed there. I sat there, I was like, oh, they got some of the Oriole luck. And I sat there, I was like, oh, Aiken's coming out in the ninth. Never mind. You just knew. Like,
yeah, I mean,
knew.
sometimes you don't want to push a guy.
Somebody posted it. Aiken has a 6.7 ERA, 6.75 ERA when he's pitching a high leverage. That is insane, and yet they keep doing it.
I mean, I'll give it to them though. Like, who else do you go to at this point? Like, they got to get everyone in.
Cage Stroud, Zach. I keep saying it. Cage Stroud.
But I mean, even Cage had his tough moments.
I don't care.
They got to figure out something. They got to bring in. They're trying to still keep guys ready for tomorrow's game. At this point in the lost season, I'd rather just
need someone tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to need Stroud probably to go 2-3 innings tomorrow.
We might strike out 30 times in a 9-inning game, and that's not even possible.
Well, the Orioles, they find ways to do the impossible.
I mean, it's something different every day at this point. I don't think we've lost the same way twice this year.
No, they haven't. It's every single day. You think that you figured it out, and you're like, okay, I understand what they're doing, and then you never do. You never do.
I need your opinion. What's the logic behind putting Rivera in for Jeremiah Jackson? Like, there's no way we value defense that much over the 320 hitter. No way, right?
I have bad news.
I understand why.
Kevin,
like they
Kevin,
just
there's no way.
Well, I will say I don't think they thought that they would. Like, they were banking on they never had to bat again in the next inning. So I understand from that usage, but I also think it's like one of those things. If you are going to use Jackson as a utility guy, one, just keep him out there, and two, you should understand the way that your season is going. You're probably batting again in the bottom of the ninth. Like,
I was about to say, my worst fear is we're going to sign Aroldis Chapman and he's going to have his first arm injury.
That would be very Orioles, you know?
Like, I mean, that, and then my last point before I get out of here, the amount of soft tissue injuries this organization, not even just the team, the organization has had is insane. Like, it's like watching the Steelers. Like, I mean, it's just hamstring. Like,
It's
yeah.
And that's the frustrating stuff, because obviously, like, it happens in the most basic things, like running the bases, trying to go, stretch out a little bit further. And so it's not even like, I hate to be this way, but like freak injuries happen, when it's like, even like cows are diving into first and you're like, Jesus, or someone getting hit in the hand. Like, that stuff, like, you're like, okay, that happens. Like, then the soft tissue stuff, you're like, there's like, what could we do? You could say like stretching, and there's ways to prevent it, but like at the end of the day, like, there's some people just with bad hamstrings. Yeah. Christian Watson, who just never can stay healthy on my fantasy team, but that's besides the point.
I feel so bad. I drafted that man 3 years in a row, and I got to this year. I got to this year, and I was like, absolutely not.
No, I'm not taking this ass.
I was like, I'm not falling in this trap again.
I've gotten enough.
I got
Christian
Kyle Pitts
Watson
off waivers.
Oh, I picked him up 14th round. I know what he was looking at me.
You know what you're expecting with him at this point. You know everybody but Pitts is going to get the ball.
As my tight ends. We're just going off vibes.
Well, he's going to have a year because the NFL is going to love him.
Yeah, I just need a bunch of touchdowns. I need him to score, Taylor Swift's on 22? Give me 22 touchdowns in honor of her. We can talk.
I got Hawkinson again.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Actually, the draft that Zach and I are doing is on Friday. So
yeah, no, Friday draft is crazy.
Well, I can't. I can't do it on Sunday. It was originally scheduled for Sunday, but I have a wedding on Sunday, so not my wedding. Someone else.
It was originally scheduled for Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. That group, those messages get bombarded at times. So I did not know that.
It's a funny group.
I just looked on the thing and it showed the countdown to Friday. I was like, I guess that's when the draft is.
Everybody talking, and then Zach coming in there being like, "Yeah, Tez Walker's about to have 10 billion touchdowns this year."
I saw something. It says if ESPN or Yahoo grade your draft as an A, that means you're not winning shit. If they grade it as an F, you're winning it all.
Yep. That's pretty much how it goes every year. If they're happy with my team, we're done. It's over.
All right, boys. So I'm gonna head out of here.
All right. Awesome, Christian. Appreciate you as always on it. Awesome. Have a good one, Christian. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Yeah, I'm ready for the draft, Kevin. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was. That's actually really good. That's no longer Sunday because I have 2 on Sunday night. So I'm already gonna have to be doing the phone and the.
Yeah, I'm putting out the tweet for the Locked On Ravens ones. We're actually switching over to Yahoo this year.
Why Yahoo? If you're switching over,
because Yahoo's the sponsor. So Yahoo is the sponsor of the network. So we're doing it on Yahoo this year. And I don't know. I had 22 leagues last year. I don't know if I'm gonna have more or less this year. So we're gonna see. But I get messages almost daily about it, which is exciting because people want to play. So had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna have the full. I'm gonna have the 4. Scheduling out 5 drafts on Monday, 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8. Just having them all out there.
You're unreal. I still can't believe you do that crap. When you told me you were in
hey man, it's fun.
Commissioner of 21 leagues. It's so not fun. Kevin, I'm in 7, and that is pushing the limit of fun. Like, I'm going to be honest with myself. I've accepted a few more that I'm like, okay, now I'm like pushing the okay. Because now I have a few keeper leagues. I have 2 dynasty leagues. So I got like a lot of stock in just everyone. Like every time something happens, it is hurting me in one league and helping me in another. Yours is just like I had way too much. Like I had 6 stocks of Zamir White last year, and all of it failed.
I was right there with you. I'm not proud of that.
Yeah, we fought for Zamir White in a few leagues.
He was my legitimate breakout pick of the whole year, and then Rocco's was McCaffrey. I'm just like, thanks.
That pissed me off. Who's your breakout star for fantasy this year? Rocco, Christian McCaffrey.
And then he said CeeDee Lamb at the end.
Yeah, he's like, okay, CeeDee Lamb.
Do you not think okay? It is actually like one of the best feelings in the world, and everyone's gonna call me an absolute sicko for this. But going week to week on Monday or Tuesday, and just going through every single team in those 21 leagues, trying to find guys who are having bad years and just sending like 15 trade offers per league. Dude, it works. Some people get mad at it, but it works generally. I got a lot of Mark Andrews last year when he was struggling early. Year prior to that, 2 years ago was Saquon, because Saquon was like coming off the injury and nobody wanted him. Like, you gotta try. You gotta try, and then you get some of these guys eventually. I'm just a sicko for making. You're gonna get some awesome trade proposals from
I'm going to deny every single one.
Of course, they're going to be completely one-sided for you, so you should accept every single one. I'm just saying, you're going to get some good deals from me.
Yeah, ain't happening. Before we get out of here, we got another call. We got our guy Breaking Glenjamin behind the scenes. How we feeling?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Haven't called in a while. Just thought I'd check in.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, how you feeling?
Not bad. Not great. Went to a couple of these games against the Red Sox and the Astros. Last night was the Nine Inch Nails concert at the arena, and I was able to get a ticket to that for like $20 at the last hour.
Oh, heck yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a great show. And then today it was at what was it called? The State of the Orioles with Mike Elias.
Yes, it was.
I went to that event, and lots of kind of softball questions, not really answering the questions with, what we want to hear and everything.
Exactly. It's all PR talk. It's just a lot of super excited. all that stuff. We like where our young guys are. All those fun answers.
Yeah, and it was still pretty cool though, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
mood was good, and Kevin Brown was there, and I wanted to ask, hey Mike, who's pitching for the Red Sox tomorrow? But I don't know, I'm getting too old for that. But yeah, 14-5, 2.87 ERA.
He is. He's so good. I mean, I will say I was very weary of him because of the arm injuries in history and, not having a big workload going to this year. I know the Red Sox are monitoring that, but he has just been so good. He has been so good.
Yeah. I was looking at the rest of the schedule, and I think we only have 13 games left at the Yard this year.
Yeah, it's sad. Hopefully I'm getting to 2 or 3 more before the season ends, especially I'll be at those for sure, at least 2 against the Yankees when they finally come back here. Gotta make
Yankees
sure.
are coming in, Dodgers are coming in. Those will be some
I
good
know
games.
I'll be there for the Dodgers for at least 1, and then I believe 2 for the Yankees. So,
Awesome.
was hoping that they would, because actually these are some tickets I bought with some friends a while ago but actually as when the schedule really first before the season, because we wanted to see Shohei, and then obviously we were like, oh, Yankees coming here. It's going to be a fight for the division. It's going to be this big. It's not what we were thinking it was going to be, but maybe they can play spoiler.
Yeah, the end of the season, these games they can have like this just a strange kind of feeling, kind of vibe to them.
Yeah.
The attendance at the Yard hasn't been very good, like for this Red Sox series at all. And just hearing the Red Sox chants again, I was like, come on.
Yeah,
we're going back to this now.
Brings it back to tough times.
It does.
It sucks, and that's the thing is like hearing the stadium cheering and feels like a home game for the Red Sox, even when the Yankees come in, just any team. And it's like, we're back to this. Like you said, it's like, it's another series where it's, New York South. And you're like, what are we doing? Like, we gotta, it adds on to a disappointing year.
Yeah, it does. I hope the people show up for at least this Dodger series, last series, weekend after Labor Day and everything. It's like, come on, people. My my uncle, he actually passed away a couple weeks ago. It's one of the reasons I haven't been calling in. It's just like I just needed to process that because I got like so many
loss.
I got so many memories with him. He took me to when we were both at transitional points in our lives between jobs and school and all this stuff. There was they had like a free practice for the ALCS in 1997. So the Orioles and then Indians were using the team or the the stadium to practice and stuff. And he took me to that, and we were getting all the autographs and everything. And he was the one who went to the field day back when flag day back when you could like run into the stadium and pick a flag from the seat, and you could buy that seat as season tickets. He got our seats right in section 56, right on third base. We've had those for the past 21 years now. And it's just it's weird not being able to text him during the game and stuff and everything like that. But going back to one of the things I've said a few times on the chat, it's like, gotta appreciate the time that we have here, and gotta appreciate the baseball and going with the family and the friends and everything. So everybody try to make it out to these games if you can. We can't let the Dodgers and the Yankees fans take over. I don't care if they paid $300 for my parking pass. We still got to show up.
Still got to show up. I love it. And that's what it's about. Baseball's about the people that you're there with. It's not always about the game or what's happening on the field. It's about who you're with. It's creating memories.
Enjoying the memories. Exactly.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well,
awesome.
Last month, last stretch.
I know. It's crazy to think.
Less than 30 games.
It's going to be over soon.
I know.
But I'm sure I'll call in before the season's over, live from County Nights and everything.
Please do.
I'll be
Please
around.
do. Awesome. Appreciate you as always, my man.
All right.
Hope to see you at the yard soon.
All
Awesome.
right.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. Enjoy the people you're here with.
Yeah, exactly.
Go watch baseball, watch and for football as well.
Yeah. Do what you love with the people you love. That's a good message. It's a good message.
That's awesome. Kevin, anything else? I feel like that's a good way. What a way to.
Yeah, how'd the lottery go?
Kevin, you missed it.
I did.
Orioles officially with tonight's loss and the Braves and Twins winning. The Orioles are now number 3.
Wow, really? Number 3?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big moves.
Yeah. We are now officially in oh crap. Whoa. In the time Minnesota just lost, in the time that we just.
Oh, man.
So we're tied with Minnesota.
What is
a
it?
half game
Tiebreaker, I
up.
guess. The Orioles have beaten the Twins more, I guess. It's head to head.
No, they've beaten us, which means that we should.
Well, I
It's
don't know
gotta
what
be
the
strength
tiebreaker
of
is. Is
schedule.
the tiebreaker? Yeah, is it strength of
No,
schedule
yeah.
or AL record or something? I don't.
Yeah, we'll run it one more time. See what we get now that we're 4.
All right. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
That's what I'm
matter.
talking about.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
talking about, baby.
It doesn't matter.
You don't like that? You don't like Kevin and Zach react? Let's go. Fire me up.
3,
Fire
4,
me up.
8, 20. Orioles getting number 1. Orioles getting number 1.
There we go, baby. There we go.
Good
What a way to
end. Good way to end.
Fantastic way to end. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Kevin and Zach, live after every single Oriole game, win or lose. We are back tomorrow. Early game, so we'll figure out what time we are going live and figure all that. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. And we will see you tomorrow as the Orioles take on the Red Sox to try to avoid this sweep against Boston. We'll catch you tomorrow. Damn, I should have. It's Koji Ohara.
Speaking of the Twins, Danny Coulomb.
It's too soon.